Okay, welcome all. We start with Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Chapter 1, Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that all of you get blessed by Lord Krishna so that you are able to sustain all the 18 days. Because usually we commit, but we are not able to. So this is about the observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So in this chapter, we are going to see that how both of them have assembled on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This is the setting of the scene and all about auspicious Krishna and how Lord loves his devotees and what he does and what he talks to them and the miseries of life that we have to face. So let's go on. What is the mood of Bhagavad Gita? Here, Arjun is completely bewildered. He is completely in illusion. And, we have to understand that it's all Krishna's plan. He comes with all his plan. And if Arjuna doesn't get into this kind of confusion or illusion, then how would, Krishna need not even give us this Bhagavad Gita, right? So Arjuna is the first listener of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna gave us this Bhagavad Gita to us for our benefit. And it's going to cover 5 themes. What are those themes? It is going to talk about Ishvara. We will keep coming across these things like, Ishvara, which is the controller, the Lord Krishna. Then Jiva, living entities like us. And Prakriti, the material nature. Then we are going to learn about Kala, the time. And the Karma, the daily activities that we do. This is the 5 basic truths. This is the subject of Bhagavad Gita. Everywhere we will be finding about this. And Bhagavad Gita has 700 verses. And Lord Krishna spoke 574, Arjuna 84, Sanjaya 41, and Dhritarashtra just 1. So we'll see different reactions to the same scene. If we have to tell this in one-liner, just one-liner about this chapter, then we have to see that this chapter shows different reactions and different expressions by different characters. So the main 3 characters that we can see on the scene is completely left side. He is Dhritarashtra. He was a king. He could have stopped the war, but he was filled with tamasic nature, completely tamasic in nature. He was so greedy. He was just had so much of attachment. But his brother, the one who was born out of the maid, now you know the story, Vidura, he had only affection for his elder brother Dhritarashtra and Pandu as well. No attachment as such, Attachment, when you stop thinking, you don't have the proper discrimination to think what is right and wrong. But when you have affection, you do it out of love. That's it, right? So in attachment, Dhritarashtra became very blind and mad. He lost his sense of discretion. Next, in the middle, in the utmost right side, you will see Duryodhana. Now, Duryodhana, he is the son of Dhritarashtra, full of arrogance, Kamandi, you say, and he was having a lot of passion and a lot of ignorance, Rajas and Tamas gunas. He wanted the kingdom. I must rule. I must do this. Killing, the mindset, he was always bragging, showing off. Mere paas to bahut bada army hai, and he was doubting his own loyal ones, his own grandfather. Will he be taking Pandava's side? Is he going to be partial to Pandavas? He was having those self-doubts that you have, and it shows you too much of self-glorification. If you keep showing too much, that means it's sign of insecurity. They say, no, in English, empty vessels make a lot of noise like that. And the third one, in the middle, our hero, Arjuna. So all 3, they show different reactions in this chapter 1. So in one-liner, you can say we'll see different reactions. Let's start. Those who would like to read the translation, please raise your hands. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavah mamaka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. Yes, Charu Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Charu Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, is that all right if I speak?
Yes.
Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do?
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So the word Dharma Kshetra means what? Dharma Kshetra means where, all religious rituals are performed. It's very significant, this word, because on the battle of Kurukshetra, Lord Krishna was present. On the side of Pandavas, Arjuna. And Dhritarashtra, Kaurava's father, he was very, very doubtful whether my son will win or not. Why? Because it's a dharma kshetra, religious place. Religious place, all dharma thing can be victorious. Adharma will win or not? He was having that kind of doubt. Now, who was Sanjaya? He's asking, Kim Kuravata Sanjaya. Now, who is Sanjaya? Sanjaya, by whose mercy did Sanjaya get the divine eyes? Sanjaya was a minister or personal secretary, you can say, to Dhritarashtra. He was a student of Vedvyasa. And because of the mercy of Lord Vedvyasa Muni, Sanjaya was able to see, he was able to envision Battle of Kurukshetra, even while sitting in the room with Dhritarashtra, like, when we wear 3D glasses, we see whatever on the screen, we see it close to our eyes. Similarly, he could see the whole Kurukshetra war happening right in front of his eyes. And now that is why Dhritarashtra is asking him about the situation on the battlefield. क्या हो रहा है संजय, जरा बताना तो मुझे, अपना 3D glasses लगा के बताना. Tell me where is 3D glasses and tell me. So who could hear the Bhagavad Gita apart from Arjuna? Well, many apart from Arjuna, of course, Sanjaya could hear that, and other, of course, upper planetary systems. So if you see, Bhagavad Gita started with Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Now, did we ever wonder why it started off with a blind person and not a devotee like Arjuna or Bhagavan Uvacha, like Krishna saying something? You know why? It's because we are all blind. not physical blindness, but blinded by our greed, by our ego, by our wants, by our desires, by our anger, kam, krodh, moh, lobh, mad, matsarya, everything, we are blinded by it. That is why it has started off like this, saying that, okay, bhai, ande log, shuru karo, samjho, understand something. Bhagavad Gita is for all of us. Let's move on. See, Dhritarashtra, he is Dhritarashtra, and that one is Sanjaya. And this shloka is also very significant. So we are going to understand this. Okay, what is the name of the battlefield where Pandavas and Kauravas fighting the war was called? What was the battlefield called? Anybody remembers?
Kurukshetra.
Excellent.
Kurukshetra.
Very good. Yes, yes. So the Dharma Kshetre, it's a place where rituals, religious rituals are performed. So it's very significant because on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Lord was present. Krishna was present on the side of Arjuna. So now we see on the screen milk. Milk is being boiled, right? When do we boil milk? We boil milk and the milk comes out. We do it on an auspicious occasion. What auspicious occasion do you think?
Housewarming.
Sorry?
Housewarming ceremonies.
Housewarming ceremony, excellent. Yes, it is boiled on the holy occasion like Grih Pravesh, So it is compared to Dharma Kshetre because auspicious. And then what happens? We see in the middle, it is cottage cheese. Mamaka of Pandava. So cottage cheese. How does cottage cheese or paneer, it's called in Hindi, paneer. How do we make that? I don't know whether you know how to make paneer, but I can tell you because I do make. What do we do?
When
we
you put a citric acid.
Yeah, very nice. Yes, you have that knowledge. Very good. So the paneer is separated when we squeeze either lemon or citric acid or whatever, it can be squeezed. And once the milk gets curdled, then we can separate the whey. It's called, the water is called the whey, W-H-E-Y, whey, and paneer, cheese, cottage cheese. So here, what does it signify? It means that Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, they have split up the family in the first place only. Before, the milk boiled, they have squeezed the lemon in it by saying, Mamaka, Pandava. My sons, Pandava's sons. You have already separated them. You have split the family into two. So what are you doing? Try to, you can understand the basic intention. My kids, Pandava's kids, like who is the cheese, who is the pani here? So you can see that. So, Kim Apurvata. Third one, Rasgulla is made out of paneer. Paneer is made out of, Rasgulla is made out of paneer, cottage cheese. So what are they doing? Now he's asking, Kim Akurvata, what are they doing on the battlefield? Now tell me. If I give you Rasgulla to you, what will you do with that Rasagulla?
We
We
eat them.
eat it.
Yeah, you won't
We
keep
consume
watching
it.
it and look, "Kaisa lag raha hai? Acha lag raha hai yaar." No, you will eat it, right? So they are on the battlefield. What will they do on the battlefield? What will any soldier do on a battlefield? They will be fighting.
Fight.
What are you doing? Rashtra was very confident. How many kids did Dhritarashtra have?
100.
100. How
100,
many were
100.
Pandavas?
101.
5.
Five.
Yeah. So this
Five,
war, he
five.
thought, okay, I have 100 kids. This war, ye to main jeet gaya. This war is done. I am going to win this war. But Dhritarashtra was also worried that standing on the Dharma Kshetra, it says Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, Duryodhana may change his mind. He may go to Yudhishthira and say, okay, Yudhishthira, you are elder to me. You take the kingdom back. Okay, you are the elder one. So sorry, let's stop the war. Now that kind of thing was worrying Dhritarashtra. It was worrying him as well. So how was he looking at the battlefield? With lot of, he was looking at the battlefield, right? Dhritarashtra's state of mind. Can anybody guess what was his state of mind?
He was fearful.
Yeah, and
He was anxiety and fear.
And hope.
Yes. There was no peace of mind in his brain, in his mind. He never scolded his son. You know, he knew what was right, what was wrong, but he was feeding all the wrong thoughts. Srila Prabhupada used to tell, fast your mind. Means what? When mind wants something undesirable, just let it fast till it becomes straightforward. Ek maro. No, I'm not listening to you. Till it becomes seedha, keep hitting the mind. So no, fast your mind. Srila Prabhupada used to say that. So let's see this. Dhritarashtra's mindset, as you very rightly said, as one of the devotees very rightly said, he was fearful, he was doubtful, and he was also partial. He was doubtful because Dharma Kshetra was a Kurukshetra, it was a sacred place, and Dharma was the law of the land. And he was very fearful. Out of fear only, he said, no, what are they doing over there? If he was confident, he wouldn't be asking such a question to him. So, we have to understand the Dharma Kshetra, take care of your Dharma, and Dharma is going to protect you. That's the line that we can get out of this. And then fearful because of his attachment, right? So what is the takeaway? Too much attachment is not good for us. It is going to cause you worry only. So stop getting attached. Everything we are getting life lessons in this Bhagavadgita. And then partial, because Mamaka Pandava. So mentality of Mamaka and mine, what is that? It's not good, right? He is supposed to be impartial. So he was, and Duryodhan all the time glorifying, bragging. Dhritarashtra, all the similar things. Self-glorification is not good. Empty vessels make a lot of noise. Don't do that. So in real life, whenever you are having a doubt, we will lose that person. If we start doubting people, we won't earn their trust. We are in fact, we are actually hurting them. So it's not good. So let's move on to the next shloka. Pashaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Yes, Shakya Mataji or Taru Mataji, whoever.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada.
Yes, look at the picture. How he is looking. In the picture, the one who is looking in a very fearful manner, in a very angry manner, is Duryodhan, and he is looking at his own guru Dronacharya. He was doing something very wrong. He went and he is insulting his own guru. And what was the name of his guru? Anyone?
Dronacharya.
Dronacharya. Yes. So in the spiritual time, or even if we are having in a war zone also, we take the blessings of our guru, right? Even when you're going for an exam, you're going for an interview, or wherever you're going for any auspicious thing, don't we take blessings from our elders? We do that, right? So that is what Dronacharya should have been doing. But he is going and say, look at the army of those Pandu. They have such nicely, arranged by your intelligent disciple. He is insulting him because Drishtadyumna was trained by Dronacharya only. He is the son of Drupada. There is a big story behind it. If I go into the story again, it will go into a long story. Lot of stories here. But I wish it was 2-3 hours class, then I would have told you. Okay. And here in turn, what did Arjuna do? He shot an arrow towards Guru's feet, seeking his blessings. Such a nice gesture. And what did Guru do? He also shot an arrow which went over Arjuna's head, saying, okay, I'm blessing you. This is how the disciple should be behaving, not like how Duryodhana is, looking at his Guru with anger, fear, lot of arrogance, So Dronacharya's son, what was his name? Anyone remembers?
Ashwathama.
Ashwathama. Yes, correct. Drishtadyumna was leading on the Pandavas side, army of Pandavas, and he was Drupad's son. And they were very much friends. Drupad and Dronacharya were very much friends. When they were small, they studied together. They were classmates. And Dronacharya was very poor, while Drupad was the prince and the would-be king. And once he told his friend, oh, you're my very good buddy, When I become, if you have any problem, just come to me, okay? I'll just help you out. So once he was very poor, he wanted to get some cows. So he goes to Drupad and he says, remember, friend, give me some cows. So he said, who are you? Why are you asking like this? If you come as a Brahmana, I recognize you. I will give you the charity, but I'm the king now. So Dronacharya got very much insulted and he said, okay, iska to main revenge lunga. And then once he trains Pandavas and all, he makes Arjuna and Pandavas and everybody go and defeat Drupad, and he takes his kingdom. And because Dronacharya is very kind, he says, okay, I give you the half the kingdom back to you. I'm not like you, but other half I'm going to keep it with me, but half the kingdom. But then Drupad also was very much insulted. So he does a fire sacrifice and he asks for a son who will kill Dronacharya. So Drishtadyumna was born out of that fire, who later kills Dronacharya, and Shikhandi was also born, who was trying to, who was also the cause of Bhishma dying in the battlefield. So we'll see that later. Okay, so let's see. Now you can see Duryodhana, how he's looking. So there are 6 types of aggressors who, it is written in Shastras, they can be killed anytime, point blank, they can be killed. Who? A poison giver. Duryodhana, he fed Bhima the poisoned cake. An arsonist and one who attacks with deadly weapons. Duryodhana, he arranged for the house to be a house of lac with the wax. He was asked them to build for Pandavas, and then he conspired to, set it ablaze. And then when they were sleeping, and they attacked them. A thief, Shakuni, what did he do? He cheated in the game of dice. One who occupies another land, Kauravas, what did they do? They occupied Pandavas' land. Yudhishthira was supposed to be the king. And one who kidnaps another wife. And Draupadi by foul means, once during the dice game also, and once Jayadratha also tried to kidnap her. These 6 types of aggressors can be killed anytime. So yes, please. Shakya Mataji, would you like to read the translation?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji. Yes, I will.
Please read.
The blowing of these different constants became imperious and thus vibrating in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the son of Dhritarashtra.
So, before the war, whenever any war happens, what do? They usually blow the conch shells, shank bolte na, that one, and full of vigor. The Pandavas, they were completely confident. Krishna hai na saath mein, so why fear when God is there? So they blew with full of confidence. So here the conch shells names are given. Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Dadmo Mahashankam Bhimakarmo Vrkodara. Panchajanya. Rishikesha means the Lord of senses, which is Lord Krishna. His conch shell was named as Panchajanyam Devadattam Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya is another name of Arjuna, and Arjuna's conch shell's name was Devadatta. Poundram Dadmo Mahashankam Bhima Karma Vrkodara. Bhima is also known as Vrkodara, and his conch shell was named as Poundra. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha. Yudhishthira's conch shell's name was Ananta Vijayam. Nakula Sahadevascha Sugoshamani Pushpakau. Nakula's conch shell's name was Sughosha, and Sahadev's was Manipushpa. So these are the conch shells which are borne by Pandavas. When they blew it very powerfully, and the Kauravas' legs were all trembling, shaking, everything, And when the Kauravas did it, nothing much happened. And you can imagine Kauravas, whose army was almost double the size of Pandavas. When they blew conch shells, nothing happened. Imagine. And when Pandavas blew, it shook each and every Kaurava very, very badly. Haath pair kaamp rahe the unke. So you can imagine how nicely Sanjay is giving the picture, what is happening on the Kurukshetra war, right? He was given this divine drishti from Vyasa Rishi, and he, how whenever we have Republic Day or any other event, cricket match, whatever is happening on the TV, how do you see how the commentators are talking? Give some details, right? But Sanjay's details are like too good. Hridayani Vyadarayat, he says. Sago Shodharta Rashtranam, Hridayani Vyadar. Hridayani were the hearts were trembling like that, he's saying. So it's like their legs shook. And because Pandavas were all devotees, they surrendered to Krishna. So they were completely full of confidence, nothing to worry about. So that is why they were having a nice time. So let's see. We all know Pandavas won the war, right? So what are the signs of Pandavas' victory? Anybody can guess anything? How do we know? What are the signs of Pandavas' victory?
Krishna was with them.
Yes. Very good.
The presence of Lord Krishna with the Pandavas.
Excellent, excellent. Yes.
They were fighting for dharma.
Yeah, very nice. Very good. And more, come on.
Their confidence and their belief in Lord Krishna.
Yeah, true.
The flag with Hanumanji.
Hanumanji, yes, flag of Hanumanji.
Sharanagati.
Land, yes, Dharmakshetre. Okay, very nice guesses. Good, very good. So let's see. Dharmakshetra, as one of the devotees said, then the divine chariot, Kapidhwaja, that is the Hanuman flag on the chariot, Shankhanada, the conch shells, the sound of the conch, then Gandiva, Pashupatra, that Gandiva that he was holding Arjuna, Tyakta Jivita. When Duryodhan told that my people are ready to lay down their life for my sake, he is already telling that my people will die. Then it was a Mokshada Ekadashi day. So naturally, that's a very, very nice sign that they will win. And then, of course, wherever there is Lord Krishna, Bhagya Lakshmi will definitely be there, right? She will not stay away from him. And then Rishikesha himself, Lord Krishna himself. So this is something. These were the 9 reasons why. And this divine chariot was given by Agni Dev. He had given. And the flag, Hanumanji, wherever Krishna, Rama, they are there, Hanumanji, he made Lord Rama also win the war, right? So wherever Lord Krishna, Lord Rama are there, Hanuman will not go anywhere else except there, right? So that emblem was there. So that shows that they will definitely win. And then, of course, Gandiva was there. It was given by Varuna. And Varuna, there is a story behind that. I will just leave it right now. And then, as I told you, Tyakta Jivita, then we have Mokshada Ekadashi, which is an auspicious day. Bhagya Lakshmi, as I told, wherever Narayan is there, Lakshmi has to be there. Then, what else is there? Rishikesha himself, Lord Krishna. So, but then what happens? Our hero, Arjuna, look at him. What is he feeling? He's saying, no, I can't find Krishna. They're all my own people. Krishna, I cannot. He became very sad. He did not want to fight the war for 5 reasons that he is giving, for which Krishna is going to reply only in chapter 2. What are the reasons he's giving? First reason, he says, compassion. So many people will be killed, Krishna. What is it? Is it good? Karuna he's having. A lot of karuna. Only a devotee can have that kind of karuna, right? He says, no enjoyment, Krishna. Even if once they are all dead, what am I supposed to do? Go to the palace and live over there? What kind of enjoyment is that? I don't understand. Then he says, sin. Abhay, Krishna, killing so many people, killing my own grandfather and my own guru. It's sin, Krishna. I am not supposed to do that. And then He says, family traditions, uska kya hoga? What about the family tradition? Who will give all the samskaras to all the kids? If all the fathers here in the war will die, somebody has to protect the elders and the women of the family and the small kids. Children will become orphans. Women will become widows. They will be unprotected. Elders in the family are not there. Then who will guide the younger generation? Pura satyanash ho jayega, Krishna. Family traditions will become gone. There will be nobody to give proper guidance. The dynasty will be destroyed. Destruction of the dynasty will be done. Then there will be a lot of chaos in the society. People will be doing whatever they want, right? When women were younger, father used to protect, then the husband protects, then, we like this, men protect. Then if these men are going to die, then who will take? It will be Kulanashanam, Krishna. And then in this. So I am not able to decide, Krishna. And with that, he puts his bow down. And what is happening while he's saying all this? The symptoms that is happening in his Arjuna's body it's about his compassionate nature. His limbs are quivering. His mouth is drying up. Whole body is trembling. Hair is standing on end. His bow is slipping down. Skin is burning. He's not able to stand there. He's forgetting what to do, what not to do. And his mind is completely, it's reeling. And he says, no, I don't think I can do this, Krishna. It's not possible for me. So he says, Drishtve mamswajanam Krishna yuyutsam samupasthitam sidanti mamagatrani mukham cha parishushyati. What does he say? Let's see. Yes, who will read this? Manohar Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is the first reason Arjuna is giving. So Srila Prabhupada explains in his purport. He says, any man who has got genuine devotion to the Lord, he has all the good qualities, godly qualities, like demigods and all. So wherever there is a non-devotee, however advanced he may be in material qualification, in education, he may be a PhD or whatever, he will lack that godly qualities because you're not a devotee. Arjuna, just seeing his kinsmen, his friends, his relatives he was overwhelmed. He's having a lot of compassion, daya for them. And he decided, I can't fight, I can't. He's so sympathetic from the beginning. He felt so much of compassion on seeing people on the other side. So the symptoms that I was telling, limbs were quivering, mouth was, becoming dry and all. He was more or less kind of surprised, shocked to see, So practically the whole community, all the blood relatives of Arjuna was right there, standing right in front of him. How can he fight them, right? It's very difficult for any devotee who is compassionate. Then second reason he gives. Yes, please. Anybody would like to read? Kirti, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness.
So
Hare
this
Krishna.
is the second reason he gives. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, he says Arjuna is reluctant to kill even his enemies also, let alone his relatives. He thinks by killing his relatives, kinsmen, there will be no happiness, Krishna. So he is not willing to fight. Just like, for example, if you are not hungry, you will not be inclined to cook also. I'm not hungry. Why should I go into the kitchen and waste my time cooking? I'm not hungry. So he has not decided. He said, oh, I don't want to fight. I'll go to the forest. I will lead my secluded life over there. I will do some meditation over there. But who is he? He's a Kshatriya. What is he supposed to do? Fight. If the soldier at our border now in India, if they start saying, oh, mujhe to nahi karna, I will go and become, then who is going to fight? He's a soldier. He has to fight. That says duty. You can't run away from your duty, right? You cannot go and engage yourself in any other occupation like a sannyasi or a brahmana. He has no kingdom. He has to fight for his kingdom, for the righteousness, right? So, but he thinks, no, let me just go. And the reason he's giving is, I can't. He says that there will be no enjoyment. Yes, please. Who read that? Konala Prabhuji, Mataji, I don't know. Sunaina, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, yes.
Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen?
This is the third reason he is giving, right? So we remember the 6 kind of aggressors we learned before in Vedic scriptures or shastras. It's written: poison giver, one who sets fire to the house, one who attacks with the deadly weapons, one who plunders the riches, one who occupies another's land, one who kidnaps another wife and all. They are supposed to be killed at once. There is no sin if we do that. And Kauravas did everything of it. Everything. There's a proof, right? That we read before, that all the 6 kinds of thing they have done. So it's written in us. So such killing of aggressors, it's not sin. But Arjuna was not an ordinary person, right? He was divine in his ways. He was saintly by character. So he wanted to deal with them in a saintliness. I will forgive them. It's okay. Krishna, let us forgive them. Usne galat ke chodo usko. But that saintliness is not it doesn't befit a Kshatriya. He thought he should not take such severe steps, right? Just leave. Let me just forget it. Forgive them. So, but that's not right. So he is thinking that instead of killing his own people, I will forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior, and I'll just go and do whatever is possible. So he says it's a sin. I can't do that, Krishna. That's the reason he is giving. Then what does he say? Let's see. Yes, Edmund. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. With the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligious practice.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
So 4th reason. What is he saying? This whole Kula Dharma. Kula Kshaye Pranashyanti, Kula Dharma Sanatanaha, Dharme Nashte Kulam Krishnam, Adharmo Vivavatyuta. He says everything will be destroyed, Krishna. In Varnashrama Dharma, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow nicely. You have to attain, you give values to your children at home also. So the elderly members of the family, they help to give a lot of values by telling stories and making them do the habit. We inculcate the habit to do some puja, do at least say some prayer to thank the Lord in some way, and like that, right? So but on that, if the elder members in the family will die, what will happen? The younger members, they will develop irreligious habits. They will get all kinds of bad habits and lose their chance for spiritual salvation, right? So therefore, no purpose. If the elder members of the family are slain, then what will happen? Kula Dharma will happen, Lord Krishna, he says. Yes, please. Snigdha, Hare Krishna. Snigdha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. The sons of Dhritarashtra, whom if we killed, we should not care to leave, are now standing before us on the battlefield.
Hare Krishna. So this one, Nachaitadvidmah Kataranno Gariyaha Yadva Jayma Yadivano Jayeyuhu Yane Vahatva Najijivishamaha Tevastitav Pramukhi Dhartarashtra. So this is the 5th reason he is giving, which is given in actually 2nd chapter. This is from the 2nd chapter, 2.6. So Arjuna did not know. He is not able to decide. I should fight Krishna. Should I risk this kind of unnecessary violence that is going to happen, Krishna? So see, fighting is his duty, right? Why is it his duty? Can anyone tell why it is his duty? Why fighting is his duty?
Because he's a Kshatriya.
He's Kshatriya. Very nice. Yes, he's Kshatriya. He should be fighting, but he was thinking if he should refrain from fighting and live by begging like a sannyasi. If he did not conquer the enemy, begging would be the only way to, sustain himself. There was no chance of victory also if he doesn't fight, right? Because see, any side can emerge victorious. He doesn't even know that. So even if he wins, for example, their causes were justified. Still, if the sons of Dhritarashtra died in the battle, it would be very difficult to live in their absence, says Arjuna. So all these considerations he's putting forward, he's putting forth to Krishna, and Arjuna is trying to prove his point, that see, in a way we can see that he's a great devotee of the Lord. But And he is also very enlightened soul, very elevated soul, complete control over his mind and senses. Yet he is saying, I will live by begging. I will go to the forest, Krishna. I will do my meditation, Krishna. I will live by begging, Krishna. He was born in the royal household, right? But he's still saying all that. I will leave everything and go. It also shows that he is not attached. He's having that detachment. Whereas Dhritarashtra, he was completely attached to his throne and sons. So now, what does he do in the end? Arjuna puts down his Gandiva bow and he refuses to fight. He says, well, I cannot do that, Krishna, please. I don't know what to do. I am not able to decide, Krishna. So that's how chapter 1 comes to a close. So let's see what we learned in chapter 1, setting the scene. Dhritarashtra's mindset. He was very doubtful, fearful, and partial because of the Dharmakshetra. And then Duryodhana's mindset, how was it? He was bragging about his army and doubting his own loyal ones. Then we also saw all auspicious Krishna. And what were the signs of Pandava's victory? Because of Dharmakshetra, then conch shells, Gandiva, Tyakta Jivita, it was a Mokshada Ekadashi day. Krishna's personal presence over there, Rishikesha, Hanuman on Arjuna's flag, Lakshmi Devi herself was there, who was a goddess of fortune, and Agni Dev's chariot given to Arjuna. Then Lord loves his devotee, he is our well-wisher, he serves his devotees always. Then miseries of life, we have seen symptoms of stress, how much stress we have, types of miseries that we have. And Arjuna says, I have all the 5 reasons he gives. After giving all the 5 reasons for not fighting, he decides not to fight. But Krishna, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He will answer Arjuna's queries in the 2nd chapter. So one who takes shelter of Lord Krishna, he has nothing to fear, even if we are going through lots and lot of the greatest of calamity we might be facing in our life. But the moment we surrender and take shelter of Krishna, he is going to take care of us. So Vancha Kalpatarubhyashcha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much.